before you pack for your 2026 cruise, stop. I know you're excited. You've got the sunscreen, the new swim trunks, the fancy dinner outfits, but what if I told you that one small mistake, one forgotten item, could ruin your entire vacation? I'm not just talking about getting something confiscated at security. I'm not just talking about being delayed while they search your bags. I'm talking about denied boarding, huge fines, or even jail time. This isn't clickbait. This is happening right now, and almost nobody is talking about it. A 69-year-old grandmother recently boarded her cruise like normal. She was excited to see the Bahamas, maybe play some bingo, enjoy the buffet. Hours later, she was sitting in a prison cell in the Bahamas, facing 10 years behind bars. Why? Because of something she forgot was in her purse, and she's not the only one. Cruise lines have quietly moved to zero-tolerance policies in 2026. New bans, new technology restrictions, stricter scanning, hidden fees, and rules most passengers still don't know exist. They are cracking down hard, and you could be their next example. So today, I'm breaking down 12 brand new cruise rules and bans you must know before you sail. Starting with a device you might actually be wearing right now. I spent hundreds of hours digging through every cruise line's fine print, talking to security experts and tracking down these horror stories so you don't have to live one. This video could literally save you thousands of dollars and keep you out of a foreign jail cell. You absolutely cannot afford to miss a single one of these. Let's begin. Alright, first up is something straight out of a spy movie, but it's causing huge problems for cruisers. I'm talking about smart glasses and other wearable cameras, like the Ray-Ban Metas or even those little clip-on body cams. You might think they're perfect for capturing vacation memories, hands-free, but cruise lines now see them as a massive privacy violation. Think about it. You're recording everything, and everyone around you. In 2026, cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Disney have put their foot down. These devices are now banned from most public spaces on board. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a strictly enforced rule. If you're caught wearing them in the main dining room, at the pool deck, in the theater, or especially in the spa or gym, security will be on you instantly. The last thing anyone wants is to be filmed while they're eating, sunbathing, or trying to relax. Cruise lines are protecting the privacy of their other guests, and they are not messing around. You'll be asked to put them away immediately, and repeat offenders could face serious consequences, including being confined to their cabin, or even getting kicked off the ship at the next port. So, what's the solution? It's simple. Use your smart glasses and wearable cameras in port all you want. They're amazing for shore excursions, capturing your adventures on a jet ski or walking through ancient ruins. But the second you step back on that ship, they need to go directly into your cabin safe. Don't even walk through the hallways with them on. The crew is trained to spot them, and it's just not worth the risk. Stick to your phone for onboard photos like everyone else, and you'll avoid a very awkward conversation with the ship's head of security. This next one is the single most important rule on this entire list, because it can land you in prison for a decade. I'm talking about the grandmother I mentioned in the intro. She was a law-abiding citizen from Texas with a license to carry. She completely forgot she had a small handgun in her purse when she boarded the cruise. She went through security, got on the ship, and thought everything was fine. But when the ship docked in the Bahamas, local authorities, using new intelligence sharing with the cruise lines, came aboard and arrested her. She faced a mandatory minimum sentence for bringing an undeclared firearm into their country. Let me be crystal clear. Cruise lines have a zero-tolerance policy for weapons. This doesn't just mean guns, it means knives with blades over a certain length, tasers, pepper spray, martial arts weapons, and even realistic-looking toy guns. But here's the part that gets people in trouble. It also includes ammunition. Security officials have told me stories of finding a single forgotten bullet at the bottom of a backpack. In some countries, like the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and Mexico, possession of a single bullet carries the exact same penalty as possessing an illegal firearm. A 10-year prison sentence for one stray round. Before you leave your house, I need you to do this. Take every single bag, purse, and backpack you plan on bringing and dump it all out on your bed. Go through every pocket, every zipper, every hidden compartment. Check your jacket pockets from that hunting trip last fall. Check the glove box of the car you're driving to the port. You have to be 100% certain that there is nothing that could even be mistaken for a weapon or ammunition. Your vacation, your freedom, and years of your life could depend on that 5-minute check. Don't be the next horror story on the news. Alright, for years there was this secret trick savvy cruisers used to avoid ATM fees. People would go to the casino, charge thousands of dollars to their onboard account at a slot machine, play for a few minutes, and then cash out the full amount in crisp $100 bills. It was basically a fee-free cash advance. Well, I'm here to tell you, that party is officially over. The cruise lines were losing a fortune in credit card processing fees, and they have finally, and aggressively, cracked down. In 2026, the casinos are watching you like a hawk. Their systems are now programmed to flag accounts that load up large amounts of money, but have minimal playtime. If you charge $2,000 to your room, play for 5 minutes, and then try to cash out $1,990, alarms will go off. The casino host will politely but firmly deny your cash-out request. They might tell you that you need to play 3 bond divers so Therandas chose me to majrobame. Knows of Dodor, Owan Baitzer Certs Dirtin Prindetzer Bison Doser Senten. Footage of the money, or they might just lock your casino account entirely for the rest of the cruise. They hold all the cards, literally. The consequences are getting more severe. I've seen reports on cruise forums of people not only having their casino privileges revoked, but also getting a permanent ban from that cruise line's casino program. That means no more free drinks while playing. No more casino offers for discounted or free cruises in the future. You get blacklisted. The cruise lines view this as an abuse of the system, plain and simple. If you need cash, just accept that you'll have to pay the ATM fee or get cash in port. Trying to outsmart the casino is a gamble you are now guaranteed to lose. Everyone wants to save money on drinks, but the cruise lines are getting smarter and stricter than ever before. For starters, the classic drink packages have new, hidden loopholes. On Norwegian Cruise Line, for example, their ultimate beverage package no longer works on their private island Great Stirrup Cay. You get to the island, think you're covered, and then bam, you're paying $15 per piña colada. That adds up incredibly fast. Royal Caribbean has also closed the infamous spouse loophole, where one partner would buy the package and share drinks. Now, if one adult in a cabin buys the deluxe package, all other adults in the same cabin must buy it too. And if you're thinking about sneaking your own alcohol on board, think again. The days of hiding a bottle in your luggage and hoping for the best are over. Cruise lines have invested millions in new, high-tech luggage scanners that are specifically calibrated to detect the density and shape of liquids in containers that aren't supposed to be there. Those fake shampoo bottles, the hidden flasks in a fake book, the wine bladders tucked into your shorts. They see it all. I've watched the security feed, and it's not even a challenge for them anymore. When they find it, they don't just throw it away. They will call you down to the naughty room, a windowless security office in the belly of the ship, to open your luggage in front of them. It's incredibly embarrassing. They confiscate your booze, and you don't get it back. Some lines, like Carnival, have started issuing a warning, and if you're caught a second time, you risk being kicked off the ship. It's a huge waste of money and a terrible way to start your vacation. Just follow the rules. Bring your allowed 1 bottle of wine per person, or budget for the drink package. This is a massive point of confusion for so many people, and the consequences are brutal. I'm talking about CBD and all forms of marijuana. You might live in a state where it's completely legal. You might even have a medical prescription for CBD oil for anxiety or pain. You think, it's medicine, it's legal at home, what's the problem? The problem is that the moment you step on that cruise ship, you are under federal and maritime law, where these substances are 100% illegal. Period. No exceptions. Cruise lines have a strict zero-tolerance policy. They don't care about your prescription. They don't care about your state's laws. To them, CBD is the same as marijuana, and both are treated like any other illegal drug. And they are actively looking for it. Most major cruise terminals now have drug-sniffing dogs that walk the lines and check the luggage before it's even loaded. These dogs are trained to detect cannabis, and they will absolutely flag your bag, even for a small bottle of CBD gummies. If you are caught with any of these products, vape pens, edibles, oils, flour, anything, you will be denied boarding. You won't get a refund. You won't get a credit for a future cruise. You will be standing on the pier watching your vacation sail away without you. In some cases, port authorities may even be called, and you could face federal charges. It is the dumbest, most avoidable reason to have your entire trip ruined. Leave it all at home. It is simply not worth the catastrophic risk. This one catches so many people off guard because it involves items you'd think are perfectly fine, especially if you need them for medical reasons. Cruise lines have a huge list of banned items due to fire risk, and it includes things many people pack without a second thought. I'm talking about your own personal extension cords and standard power strips. The ship's wiring is not like your house's, and these can overload the circuit and create a massive fire hazard in a steel box in the middle of the ocean. But it goes further than that. Items that generate heat are almost universally banned. This includes heating pads, which many people use for back pain or chronic conditions. It also includes electric blankets. You can't bring them. Security will find them in your luggage during the initial scan, and they will be confiscated. You can usually collect them at the end of the cruise, but you won't be able to use them when you actually need them. This can be a huge problem if you rely on these items for comfort or pain management. So what do you do if you have a legitimate medical need? You have to be proactive. Do not just pack the item and hope for the best. Weeks before you sail, you must contact the cruise line's accessibility department or special needs services. You can explain your situation, and in most cases, they can provide you with a ship-approved, safety-inspected extension cord or other equipment. For things like CPAP machines, they can provide distilled water and an approved cord so you don't have to lug it all yourself. You have to plan ahead. Showing up and expecting them to accommodate you is a recipe for disaster. In our hyper-connected world, everyone hates slow, expensive cruise ship Wi-Fi, so a lot of tech-savvy travelers started bringing their own travel routers. The idea was to pay for one Wi-Fi package and then use the router to create a personal hotspot for all their family's devices. Some people even started trying to bring on portable satellite systems like the new Starlink Mini. Well, the cruise lines have caught on, and they have brought the hammer down. Travel routers, Wi-Fi extenders, personal hotspots, and systems like Starlink are now explicitly banned on virtually every major cruise line. The reason is twofold. First, it's about money. They want you to buy a Wi-Fi package for every person, not share one. But the bigger reason they cite is security and network interference. These personal devices can interfere with the ship's own complex communication and navigation systems. In a worst-case scenario, they could create a serious safety issue. As a result, they are now on the official prohibited items list, right next to knives and fireworks. If you pack one, their scanners will flag it, and it will be confiscated until the end of the cruise. You will not be able to use it. So what's the alternative for staying secure online? Don't use your own router on the ship. Instead, when you're in port and using a public Wi-Fi network at a cafe or bar, that's when you should use a VPN. A virtual private network on your phone or laptop will encrypt your connection and protect your data from hackers on that unsecured network. But on the ship itself, you're stuck with their system. Don't try to be a hero, you'll just end up with one less gadget. This rule seems silly, but it's another one rooted in the cruise line's intense fear of fire. People love their creature comforts, so they try to pack appliances to make their cabin feel more like home. I'm talking about personal coffee makers, so they can have their specific brand of coffee first thing in the morning. I've heard of people packing rice cookers, electric kettles, and even small waffle makers. All of these items have heating elements, and all of them are strictly 100% forbidden. The list doesn't stop there. Clothing irons and steamers are also a huge no-no. Wrinkled clothes are a pain, but the risk of someone leaving an iron on and starting a fire is just too high. Even your own personal hairdryer might be confiscated. While most cruise lines technically allow them, if security deems yours to be too powerful or in poor condition, they can and will take it. They want you to use the low wattage one provided in your cabin, which they know is safe for their electrical system. It's a simple rule. If it heats up, leave it at home. Your cabin steward can bring you a pot of coffee from room service. The ship has laundry and pressing services available, for a fee of course, and there is a hairdryer in your cabin bathroom. It might not be as powerful as your Dyson at home, but it's better than having your expensive hair tool confiscated on day one. Packing these items is just asking to have your luggage delayed while you get called down to security to have them removed. Just use what the ship provides. It's not just what you pack, it's how you act. Cruise lines are getting much stricter about passenger behavior, especially with two of the most annoying habits on any ship. First up, the dreaded chair hogs. These are the people who wake up at 6 in the morning, go to the pool deck, throw a towel and a book on 4 prime lounge chairs, and then disappear for hours. By the time normal people want to use the pool, every chair is saved but empty. In 2026, this is no longer tolerated. Crew members are now actively policing the pool decks. On lines like Carnival and Royal Caribbean, they will place a small sticker with the time on any unattended items. If they come back 30 to 40 minutes later, and the chair is still empty, they will remove the towels, books, and bags, and hold them at the towel station. When the chair hog finally returns at 2 in the afternoon, their spot is gone, and they have to do the walk of shame to retrieve their stuff. It's glorious to watch, and it means there are actually chairs available for people who want to use them. The second major crackdown is on personal Bluetooth speakers. Nobody wants to listen to your specific brand of death metal or techno while they are trying to relax by the pool or on their balcony. It's incredibly rude. Most cruise lines have now banned the use of speakers in all public areas, including balconies, which are closer to your neighbors than you think. If you're caught, you'll be told to turn it off. If you're a repeat offender, security can confiscate your speaker. The solution is so simple: use headphones. Be considerate of the thousands of other people on vacation with you. This is an incredibly important rule that can lead to the heartbreaking situation of being denied boarding. It affects passengers who rely on mobility scooters or larger wheelchairs. You can't just show up with your scooter and expect to roll on board. Why? Because standard cruise ship cabins are not designed for them. The doorways are too narrow, there's no turning radius, and there's nowhere to park and charge the device without creating a serious fire and safety hazard in the hallway. Because of this, cruise lines have a strict policy. If you are bringing a mobility scooter, you must book a designated accessible cabin. These cabins are larger, have wider doorways, and feature accessible bathrooms and charging outlets designed for these devices. But here's the catch: there are a very limited number of these cabins on any given ship, and they sell out months, sometimes even a year, in advance. If you book a regular cabin and show up with a scooter, they will deny you boarding. It's a safety issue, and there are no exceptions. The key here is communication. Before you even think about booking, you must call the cruise line's accessibility department. Tell them your specific needs, the dimensions of your scooter or wheelchair, and they will help you find a cruise with an available accessible cabin that meets your requirements. You also need to declare it officially during the booking process. Just showing up is a gamble you will lose, and it's a devastating way to end a vacation before it even begins. Plan ahead, call the cruise line, and secure the right room. You might think you know the age rules on a cruise: 21 to drink, 18 to gamble. But cruise lines have been quietly adding new, very specific age restrictions that can mess up your plans if you're not paying attention. For example, on Royal Caribbean's private islands, you now have to be 16 years old to drive a jet ski, even if your home state allows it at 14. Imagine promising your 15-year-old they can finally drive one, only to get there and find out they're too young. It's a recipe for a teenage meltdown. It's not just about activities, it's about who can even sail. MSC Cruises, for instance, has implemented a new rule for their very long grand voyages that cross oceans. Infants under 12 months old are no longer permitted on these specific sailings due to the extended time between ports with advanced medical facilities. You could have your whole family booked for a transatlantic trip only to be turned away at the port because your 10-month-old baby doesn't meet the new age requirement. It's buried deep in the terms and conditions, but it is strictly enforced. The takeaway is to never assume. Before booking any excursion or cruise, especially with kids or teens, you need to check the fine print for that specific activity in sailing. And always bring physical identification for your kids, not just a picture on your phone. Many cruise lines now require a physical government-issued ID or birth certificate to prove age for these restricted activities or for boarding. A little bit of research can prevent a lot of disappointment and arguments during your vacation. The final rule has nothing to do with the cruise line, but everything to do with where the cruise ship is going. When you step off that ship into a port, you are in a foreign country, and you are subject to their laws, not yours. And some of these laws are very strange to us. One of the biggest ones that gets tourists in trouble in the Caribbean is camouflage clothing. In several countries, including Barbados, Jamaica, St. Lucia, and Antigua, it is illegal for anyone who is not a member of their military to wear camouflage print. This isn't a joke or a suggestion, it's a law. They see it as impersonating a soldier. If you walk off the ship wearing a camo hat, shorts, or even a backpack, you can be stopped by local police. The penalties range from a stern lecture and being forced to go back to the ship to change, to having the items confiscated, to even being fined on the spot. I've seen it happen. A guy gets off the ship in his cool camo shorts, ready for the beach, and 10 minutes later he's in a heated argument with a police officer. It completely ruins your day in port. This is just one example. Other countries have different obscure laws. For example, in some places it's illegal to take photos of government buildings. The best thing you can do is a quick Google search before your cruise, strange laws in port name. And when it comes to the Caribbean, just make it a simple rule for your entire family. Leave all camouflage clothing and accessories at home. It's a simple way to guarantee you won't have any unexpected legal troubles while trying to enjoy your day on shore. So, there you have it. 12 rules that could make or break your vacation. Cruising in 2026 is still amazing. The food, the entertainment, the beautiful destinations, it's one of the best ways to see the world, but it's not the anything goes vacation it used to be. Security is tighter than airport security now. Rules are stricter than you could ever imagine. And as you've seen, mistakes are expensive, embarrassing, and in some cases life-altering. The cruise lines are not playing around anymore. But now? You're smarter than 90% of passengers. You know not to pack that heating pad, to leave the camo shorts at home, and to double-check your bags for a stray bullet. You know to book an accessible cabin for your scooter, and to use headphones instead of a speaker. This knowledge is your power. It's the difference between a stressful, problem-filled trip and the relaxing, incredible vacation you deserve. So pack smart, follow the rules, and enjoy your trip stress-free, because now you've done the hard part. You've prepared. You've outsmarted the system by simply knowing the system. You won't be the person getting called down to the naughty room or arguing with police in a foreign country. You'll be the one relaxing on the Lido deck, soaking in the sun, without a single worry in the world, because the only thing you should worry about on a cruise is which drink to order next. Thanks for watching, and happy sailing.